Office items were trapped under the debris from the demolished buildings. Angry workers of the companies were packing what they could salvage. Their source of livelihood appears to have been destroyed. A company like Madeco Horizon Ventures had operated in that space for more than 2 decades. The worried workers could therefore not understand why there wasn't ample notice prior to the demolition. They say the timing of the demolition is suspicious.
When they came in and smashed everything, the raw materials, the finished products that we produce for the entire year, our office cabinets, they are down there. We don't know how to get them out. The files and whatever, they are buried down there. And so if they knock the place down and we can manage to have access and they came back, that is heartlessness and wickedness. And we cannot, in Ghana, we are all children of Mother Ghana. And if you are doing this, I don't know what you call yourself. We cannot build this country like this. And no single one person can build this country for us. We must build it together.
They didn't give us any notice for demolition. Everything was locked there before we left this place on Friday. So everything was inside. A photocopier, a whole lot. School feeding items like oil. We have oil, mackerel, laptops, everything now, scanners, chairs. Like in this office, we have a board room fully furnished with we have, my boss used to have his meeting and all those air conditioners, everything. I think the place, we have about 8 offices.
At Color Planet Limited, owned by renowned journalist Raymond Archer, some of the machines were demolished by excavators. Other companies had a hard time retrieving their items. One of the companies, West Africa Construction and Commodities Limited, had to hire an excavator to create a pathway to enable its workers retrieve some of the items logged in the offices. This is the second reported demolition at the Trade Fair Center. The first happened in 2019 after authorities of the Ghana Trade Fair Company made known plans to redevelop the center to make it a modern first-class facility. The demolition halted after the company secured an injunction restraining Trade Fair Company Limited from carrying out the exercise. But this ruling was overturned on Wednesday, February 12th this year by a high court in Accra, following an application by the Ghana Trade Fair Company. Lawyers for the Trade Fair Company argued that the injunction had stalled certain developmental projects. The judge, while granting the application, stated that the continuous stay of the companies on the land is causing financial loss to the state. The affected companies have so far filed an appeal against the ruling as well as a stay of execution, which are yet to be heard. While they pack out, they await the result of a substantive case in which they are demanding, among other things, their inclusion in the redevelopment plan by the company.
Our demand was very simple. What we were saying is, if at least they want to do redevelopment, all they have to do is to sit down with us and then they can fuse us in that, okay, this is what we are doing. So at least after this, we can just place you guys at that one place. Or if you guys want to still move us out over this place, all we have to do is very simple. Then compensate that so that we can leave. So that's our 2 requests that we put in front of. But rather unfortunately, this is Ghana, so we lost the case, and then none of this came about. So that's it.
Management of the Ghana Trade Fair Company Limited was unavailable for comments on the matter. However, some documents available to Citi News suggest that the company, in its terms of conditions while engaging one of the companies in 2014, disclosed that there was a master plan for the center, which will involve the demolition of structures. The company was thus advised to use materials that can be easily demolished. The document also included an agreement that the tenant vacates peacefully upon the expiration of the term granted or when the premises is needed for redevelopment. Meanwhile, some workers of the affected companies believe there's no justifiable reason for the demolition.
Just imagine if that man should be your father and he has a property which you are relying on that property and they collapse it. I mean, will you be happy? We are all human.
And we forgot that it's somebody who created us. Or we brought ourselves to this earth. Or this earth belongs to one person. So he or she will do whatever she likes or he wants. But the one who did this, if they're very careful, the one who did this must be very, very, very careful.
The Trade Fair Company Limited has always been clear on its thoughts and plans of redeveloping the Trade Fair Center. But the companies who have been affected in this demolition exercise are definitely not happy. Reporting for Citi News, Hansen Ajiman.